everyone, welcome back to my channel, and you're watching Pollen's Vanity Creed. And for our today's video is a very special one because I have a little information for you guys. I interviewed one of my plastic surgeon friends for us to have an idea on the procedure, beauty enhancement, and so on and so forth. If you want to know more about this video, just keep on watching. Before that, please do give me some loving by liking this video, and don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell below so that you'll be notified on my next video. So without much further ado, let's get started. So hello guys, we're here in Centurion Medical, Makati, and I'm here with my favorite surgeon, yes. And we're here in the surgery, ano nga, Doc?
The surgery center.
The surgery center. So
7th floor.
Yeah, so ito yung adjacent sa Century Mall. We're gonna talk about, guys, mga nagtatanong sa inyo or medyo gusto nyo nang malaman about the practice of Dr. Vice. So before that, I want to introduce to you to my favorite surgeon, yes. So this is Dr. Vicente Francisco FIRMALO. He is a fellow of Philippine Association of Plastic, Reconstructive, and Aesthetic Surgeons, a diplomate of Philippine Board of Plastic Surgery, international member, American Society of Plastic Surgeon, a member of International Society of Plastic and Regenerative Surgeons, and a volunteer of Smile Train and Operation. Hello, Doc!
Hello!
Mag-hi ka naman sa mga viewers ko yan. So, hello guys. So, we're gonna talk about the mga questions that obviously, lagi ko nakikita at marami din nagtatanong. This one is we're gonna help you figure out, kasi dahil beauty ang ating topic and beauty vlog naman ang ginagawa ko. So, nandito si Doc Vice to introduce to us kung ano ba yung mga beauty na parang enhancement, yan, that you can avail dito sa kanyang mga clinic or dito sa clinic niya. So, first off, Doc, ang first question ko is, tell us about the procedure that you've been doing.
Okay. So, nowadays, there's so many procedures that we can do, no, from head to toe. And hindi na lahat kailangan operahan, no? So, there are surgical, and of course, I'm a plastic surgeon, so I do surgeries, I do operations. But on the other hand, there are also what we call non-invasive or minimally invasive procedures. Meaning, yung mga hindi na kailangan operahan, no? So most of the time, these procedures are office procedure. Ano ibig sabihin ng office procedure or clinic procedure? Ibig sabihin, when you do it in the clinic, you can go home the same day.
Okay.
No need to be admitted.
Outpatient.
Outpatient lang, yeah. And some of my patients, before the pandemic, no, they would go from their office or work or sa bahay, punta sila ng lunchtime, do some procedures, and then go home. So parang wala lang na istorbo sa schedule nila. So, nangyari, gusto mo magpa-botox, magpa-fillers, pa-injection ng mga steroids, ganyan, for scars. Now, these are clinic procedures. Madali lang. And then, you can go home. Hindi na malalaman na sabi mo lang sa office, nag-lunch break ka lang.
Yeah, pwede.
Tapos pagbalik mo, ano nangyari sa mukha mo? Ba't parang may namumula-mula? Hindi, nagpaano lang ako, nagpa-facial lang ako.
Yun, so yun ang gusto nila malaman. Yan, so non-invasive.
Pero pagbalik mo, medyo mataas na yung ilong mo, medyo mahaba na yung chin mo. So those are the things that you can do nowadays.
Okay, so before we, nabanggit mo na nga, Doc, yung mga procedure na yan. So before we jump into the procedure that na ipo-focus natin today, bigyan mo na ako ng quick history. Baka may mga parents dyan na naghahanap ng good surgeon na for their children. Kasi diba, you are a member of the Operation Smile?
Okay. So I'm also a volunteer of Operation Smile and Smile Train. No? So these are international organizations. They are geared towards correcting mga congenital defects, no? Such as cleft lip, no? Mga bingot, cleft palate, yung may butas sa ngala-ngala. These are congenital problems that we can correct by surgery. So, ang ano niyan usually is surgery starts as young as 3 months old. And then, sometimes may mga butas yung palat o yung ngala-ngala. You have to correct that before the child learns how to speak, so that hindi siya ngongo when he or she grows up. So these are, on the sideline, there's these types of procedures, mga reconstructive procedures ang tawag doon. Hindi siya papaganda, but these have a very big impact on the lives of these children pag na-operahan.
True. Yes.
Kasi yung iba sabihin, hindi naman ano yan, baliwala yan. But when the child goes to the clinic, sabi mo, 10 years old, 13 years old, nakatungo lagi, parang walang confidence, laging linaloko sa school. Kaya these are things na are not baliwala. So you can do something about it nowadays.
So they can contact ba the Operation Smile or?
Yeah, if you want, you can contact the groups, no, Operation Smile or Smile Train, or you can also contact me and I can hook you up with them.
Yeah.
So
I'll just leave the link below, guys, kung saan yung makakontakt yung mga sinabi ni Doc Vice. And syempre, doon na tayo sa ating main topic for today. Yan. So, yung juicy part. Kasi bakit ko ba niisip yung vlog na to? Because I myself, kasi talagang insecurity ko talaga yung ilong ko. Diba? So, hindi siya, natatawa yung iba dyan. Pero sabi nga nila, late talaga ilong ko. Pero hindi, diba? Parang, there's something, kasi doon nababasa ko sa mga groups. Kasi nag-member ako. Just to ano lang, wala lang, parang gusto ko lang maaliw and all. Confidence kasi is talagang nasa physical appearance. And when I read those comments nila, yung mga updates nila, talagang yung isa makikita mo talaga yung sobra yung transformation. And I believe na talagang nag-boost ng mga self-confidence nila. Pero, on the other hand, ayoko naman siyang gawin in a surgical, di ba? Ipapa-surgery, manghihiwa, bubutasan, yan. So, ano masasuggest mo, Doc? To those people na who are trying to explore, pero ayaw naman nila na mag-under the knife. Yan. Just like me.
Right. Okay. So, for those who want to do rhinoplasty, there are two ways. No? One is surgical, one is non-surgical. Ang surgical, hihiwaan, sabi nga ni Pollen, no? So you're going to have to cut through the nose and then there's so many other options. Pero maraming tao din na ayaw na magpa-opera. No? So there's a non-surgical option. That's what we call non-surgical nose lift. No? Most of the time, sa bridge yan eh. Kasi as Asians, most of the time, or mga Filipinos, our bridge is low. So we want to enhance that. Okay? So we can do that by injecting fillers, no? There are different kinds of fillers in the market, no? But the usual safe fillers that we use are HA, no? HA, hyaluronic acid.
Wow! Oh, that's my skincare!
Actually, na-contain din siya sa ibang mga products, no? Hyaluronic acid. Kasi ang tao may hyaluronic acid yan eh.
Yeah.
So these are synthetic fillers which try to mimic the HA of people, no? So that it's not toxic. Kasi kung nakikita niyo minsan sa mga television shows or may mga kilala kayo, may mga nagpa-inject kung ano-ano, minsan nga mineral oil, minsan cooking oil. So afterwards, petroleum jelly, no? After, nasisira yung mukha. Sa simula, maganda. Pero afterwards, because it's not a substance that you should be injecting in your body, nasisira yung mukha. No? So it's going to be a lifetime problem. So, yung iba kasi sabi, kasi mura lang eh. Yung kaibigan ko, si Amiga, nagpa-injection, ang ganda. Ganyan. So, you should be able to, you ask a doctor first. Kasi yung iba, kung saan-saan lang ginagawa, ganyan. So, nagkakaproblema ang mukha. So, syempre, mukha yan eh. Habang buhay mo nadadalhin yun.
Oo,
So, you don't have to regret the things you know. You have to research, no? And for those nga na hindi pa desidido magpa-surgery, an option for you is to do the injectable fillers.
Yes.
Right.
Pero sabi mo nga, Doc, sa bridge lang siya, diba? How about yung problema na malalaki yung ilong dito, alar? Tawag yata ka alar.
Yes, yes. Nostrils yung alar.
Yes, nostrils. Meron ka ba masuggest na remedy kasabay ng fillers?
Well, aside from the fillers in the nose, sometimes we also do some Botox to the alars, no, sa nostril. What it does is, ang Botox kasi, nagpa-paralyze siya ng muscle. So, ginagamit siya for the wrinkles, kanyan. But on the other hand, it can also be used in the alar area.
Okay.
So, ang ginagawa niyan is, minsan kasi may alar flaring na tinatawag, yung malaking butas ng ilong.
Yeah.
Pag nag-inject ng Botox, minsan lumiliit ng konti. No? But you should discuss it. Bawat pasyente is different. So, each person is different. Pwedeng applicable yung Botox sa alar for one person, pero not applicable to the other. So, it's best to discuss. No? Each individual has different treatment.
Yes.
But that's already available. Yeah, you can do that.
Yes. So, alam na natin yung procedure that we can do kung ayaw nyo ng mga surgical thing or ayaw nyo ng may hiwa-hiwa. Pero hiwa kasi, diba, hindi naman siya kita. If they want a rhinoplasty.
If you want a surgical rhinoplasty, you should also discuss that with your surgeon. Kasi may mga hiwa sa loob ng nostril, the closed rhinoplasty. Hindi makikita yung sugat noon. But there are incisions like open rhinoplasty, sa labas may hiwa yon.
Yes.
Tapos ang nostril trim may hiwa din sa labas. So you should discuss that with your surgeon. Kasi some people, they have very good healing. So walang scars.
Yes.
Pero yung iba, kitang-kita.
Yes.
Well, let me correct myself. There's no such thing as a scarless surgery. Lahat ng surgery, basta may hiwa, may scar yun, may peklat. But it depends on the healing as well as kung saan itatago para hindi masyadong obvious.
Yes. And especially if you're keloidal, kailangan alam ng doctor,
Yes.
diba?
So may mga history ka ng keloids, pangit yung scar, you should tell your doctor.
Yes.
And the doctor will investigate. Kasi sasabihin mo, ay, ano ko, keloid former. Bakit? Kasi na-aksidente ako noon, tapos tinan mo ang pangit ng peklat. Pero natahi ba yung aksidente mo? Ay, hindi natahi. So, sometimes, nami-misinterpret na, ay, keloid former, pero actually, hindi naman kasi natahi. Hindi kasi minsan may mga nakabuka na sugat, tapos mag-heal siya, syempre pangit. But then, sa history, yung pala, nakabuka siya, tapos hindi naman natahi. So, talagang papangit yung sugat. So, you cannot really say na keloid former.
Yes.
Kasi lahat, sinasabi, keloid former, madaling magsabi ng keloid former. Pero actually, when you investigate further, hindi naman pala keloid former. Hindi lang natahi. Kaya, pangit yung pekla.
Yeah.
Pag tinin mo yung other parts ng body niya, nasugatan noon, wala naman. So, depende rin yun. You have to investigate. You have to tell your doctor yung lahat ng history mo about that.
Yes, yeah. Para at least alam nyo kung saan kayo mag-start ng procedure. Yeah. May question din, Doc, na kaya bang with the fillers, ng non-surgical, is makuha yung mga peg nila na ilong? For example, kung papasok ko sa Catherine Bernardo, ganyan, mga level, gano'n.
Okay. So, with regards to yung mga peg-peg, no? Actually, yung mga peg na yan, Doc, gusto ko kamukha ni ganito, ganyan. It will help the doctor, no? Makakatulong. Pero, hindi porke gusto mo yung ganito yung ilong, ma-achieve yon. So, depende yun sa number one, yung pasyente. Baka gusto mo sobrang taas na ilong, pero yung balat mo sobrang konti lang. Kahit balde-balde ng fillers ilagay natin dyan, hindi aangat. No? So,
kailangan makapal ang mukha. Makapal pala. Diba?
Mas maganda nga mag-contour kapag medyo mas manipis ang balat. Pero hindi ibig sabihin na pag makapal ang balat, hopeless. Hindi naman. there are ways that we can help enhance.
O kasi parang sa'yo, pag manipis, mas mahirap dagdagan, di ba?
Pag manipis at saka flat, mas mahirap dagdagan. Pero kapag manipis, tapos hindi naman masyadong flat, pag linagay mo, mas kitang-kita. Pag medyo makapal kasi ang balat, mas marami kang ilalagay para lang mapansin yung angat ng ilong.
Oo. So, mas ano ba to? Ang range
So,
ba?
depends.
Yes. So, how much the price range for having a filler? Mas gusto mo ba mas mataas? Mas expensive ba siya? Or yun? The price range?
Ang usual, for me, I don't know the other clinics, but for me, what I do is I charge per syringe. Kasi pag ang fillers, dadating sa'yo, naka-syringe na yan, injection na yan, 1 cc usually.
Yes.
So, lahat ng 1 cc na yan should be used in one patient. I had several patients before. Dok, meron akong pinuntahan na tingi-tingi. Ibig sabihin, share kayo dun sa syringe. Mas magandang hindi. Kasi you can transmit disease.
Yes. Especially ngayong pandemic, no?
Kasi when you, before I inject the fillers, I have to aspirate first. Ibig sabihin, titingnan ko, wala ako sa ugat. No?
Yes.
Wala ako sa blood vessel. And then when I aspirate, syempre, some of the fluid or some of the tissues can also be aspirated in the syringe. So you cannot use that with other people na. So please do not share filler syringes with other people.
Yeah, para alam niyo, maisip na makatipid, pero in the long run, it will be more expensive.
Kasi pag nagkasakit ka, mas mahirap yun.
Yes.
With the syringe, you can get that by 1 cc usually. So may mga 1 cc, iba-ibang brand eh.
Yes.
We have brands from US, from Italy, from Korea.
Yung best brand ba that you can recommend? Or the same lang sila?
Well,
kasi minsan di ba tayo brand conscious tayo eh.
Right.
Yes.
May kanya-kanya naman advantage and disadvantage sa brand. No? So, meron ako mga preferred brand, but of course, for purposes of disclosure, usually, I tell my patients na lang in the clinic.
Yes, oo.
But most of the time, I use the mga US brand, mga ganyan.
Yeah. Oo. Kasi tayo minsan, di ba, we do our research. Kasi ako, bago ko interviewin si Doc, I do my research, ganyan. And minsan kasi, it just like a review lang from experience lang ng iba, even dun sa sinalihan ko ng by experience. Pero syempre, the best pa rin to know, and the best to know na kung ano yung best sa'yo is your doctor. Yan. Yun. Then, our next question. What would be their expectation? Sabi mo na nga, di ba, Doc? Versus the rhinoplasty. So, how long is the healing process?
Okay, so with regards to expectation and healing process, when you do the fillers, kasi hindi mo siya naiaangat, no? Ang surgery kasi you can lift up the skin.
Yeah.
So ang fillers, because you cannot lift up the skin, you are limited with whatever the patient has.
Yes.
So kahit gusto ng pasyente na sobrang taas, kung manipis lang talaga, mababa yung skin, you can enhance it, but sometimes hindi mo nakukuha yung gusto ng patient. But on the succeeding episode, so pwedeng bumalik, habang tumatagal, mas nasa-stretch out yung skin, so mas na-accommodate yung mga fillers. So minsan yung mga first time na fillers, actually maganda na eh. Pero if you do it another time, mas umaangat, mas tumataas. So, and the good thing about the fillers that I use, or the HA fillers, is it's absorbable. Meaning, hindi siya permanent, no? Kasi sometimes there are problems with permanent eh. There's some problems with permanent fillers. But,
there's permanent.
You have to discuss that with your doctor as well. So, usually, the HA fillers in the nose, mga 9 to 12 months. Kasi ang nose, hindi naman gumagalaw masyado eh. Pero siguro kung marami ka activity with your nose, no? Hindi na natin sasabihin kung ano. Okay lang naman. Pag healed naman na siya, okay na yun. Pero yung mga really heavy activities with your nose, lalo na ngayon, yung mga healthcare workers or yung mga industrial, yung talagang heavy-duty masks, respirators. So, syempre, naka-diin yun. So, sometimes, mas mabilis mawala yung fillers.
Kasi naka-flatten din.
Kasi lagi naka-flat every day. No? So, aside from that, may mga intense activity involving the nose can also, make the fillers absorb faster. Pero, usually, ang fillers, mag-i-incorporate yan. So, sumasama siya sa tissues, sa laman mo. No? So, hindi siya ganun naman kabilis na mawala.
Okay. So, how long is the healing process?
So, healing process is, actually, the injectables, kaya nga siya, lunch procedure.
Yes.
After the injection, pwede ka na umuwi. So, wala masyadong downtime. May kita lang siguro, minsan may mga tusok-tusok, ganyan. But usually 3 to 4 hours or so, hindi na masyadong halata eh. Oo. Ngayon, yung fillers na pinasok sa ilong, nag-ano pa yan, kumbaga nag-incorporate pa yan sa laman mo. So, it becomes one with your body eventually. So, usually that takes around 1 to 2 weeks.
Na maging ano siya?
Na medyo magiging part na siya. Mag-ano na siya. Kung baka makikibagay na siya dun sa body mo.
Pero pamamaga, Doc?
Yes, definitely. Buti na tanong mo.
Yes.
Ang swelling is there usually kasi the fillers, HA fillers absorb water. So, sinasabi ko sa patients ko, kung gusto mo, pinakamaganda mo, pinakagwapo mo, take ka ng picture after 3 to 4 days. That is the peak of the swelling. So, 3 to 4 days, yan ang pinakamaga, picture ka, yan ang pinakamataas. And then eventually, bababa
siya. Sabihin sa'yo, Doc, ito na lang. Bago.
Right. So, pwede naman magdagdag eventually.
Yes.
So, yung ang sinasabi ko, once we inject the fillers today, for example, what you see is what you get. Meaning, kung ano yung taas ng ilong mo ngayon, yun na yun.
Yeah.
Pero, lalaki pa yan ng 3 to 4 days.
Yes.
After which, bababa siya ulit. Tapos, babalik na siya dun sa, yung sa first day na
injection. So, wag lang mag-expect na pag 4 days, shucks,
tapos biglang bumaba.
Tatawagan kasi,
hindi na nag-work.
Hindi nag-work, bumaba siya, parang gano'n. So, ang sinasabi ni Doc is, on the first day na inject siya, yun na yung taas niya.
Mostly yun na yun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, Doc, meron bang chance na mag-flatten ba siya? Kasi meron ng fillers. So, meron bang percentage na matitira na fillers? Parang...
it depends on the filler brand. No? The fillers that I use, they have studies that there are some residual fibrosis. Meaning, pag nag-inject sa ilong, tapos after 9 to 12 months, nawawala na siya, pero hindi na siya babagsak dun sa original.
Yes.
Kasi meron na siyang reaction ng katawan. So medyo umaangat-angat na ng konti.
Yes. So parang may natitira-tira.
So parang may natitirang reaction.
Siguro mga 10% gano'n, no?
Siguro mga 5% to 10%. Depende sa tao din.
So baka mag-expect sila, after a year, may 50% pa.
Hindi na. Mababa na siya.
So, it is advisable ba if kung gusto lang nila, fillers, every year, okay lang ba? Okay lang ba siya? Or...
Yeah. And that's the good thing about the HA fillers kasi nag-absorb siya. So, it's not something na if you keep on doing compound siya, pataas sa pataas, hindi siya as dangerous as yung mga ibang ini-injection na like mga petroleum jelly na hindi naman na-absorb ng katawan. So, nagko-compound at saka minsan nagbubutas-butas yung skin, nag-i-infection, maraming mga pwedeng mangyari kung hindi dapat ini-inject sa katawan.
Yun. So, ang dami nating natutunan about fillers. So, yun. They will ask definitely kung magkano yung price range or give us estimate lang kasi differs naman from person to person. So, para mag-start ako, para sa akin, yung nose ko na ganito, para lang meron silang, tawag dito, idea. Yes.
So, depende yun sa depende yun sa clinic, no? But, ang usual yan, the good fillers are more expensive. Kasi may mga fillers na very cheap lang, no? The fillers that I use usually, ang range niyan is mga 25 pataas. 25K pataas.
So siguro it's good to parang mag-save kayo ng okay na ba 30 and or 40,000 for
sobra na
if
yun.
They want. Ayun. Sobra na siguro mga good 30, no? Kaso kung magpapabotox pa sila and all.
Right, pwede.
Yes.
So, ang ano dyan is, yung iba naman na hindi pa decided on surgery, if you want, we can use the fillers so that you know how you look like when you have surgery. So, parang ano siya, testing.
So pwede siya,
Parang testing na the fillers can be done para, ganito pala itsura ko pag tumaas yung ilong. Kasi, mahirap yung mga digital program eh. Kasi sa digital,
meron mga apps.
mga apps, natitweak mo eh. Pero mahirap siya kasi minsan malayo sa totoo.
Oo, tapos papagaya mo sa doktor mo.
Sometimes it's difficult.
Yes. Yun. So, I think that's about it. Tatakal na ba natin lahat? If you have additional pa info, Doc, para we can share with our...
With the fillers, sometimes, no? Siyempre kasi, as a doctor, you also have to discuss kung ano yung mga maganda.
Yes.
But you also have to discuss kung ano yung mga possible complications, etc.
Yeah.
So, with that, when you come over, we can discuss that as well. No? Sometimes when you inject fillers, may mga parts na pwedeng, ang tawag nun, mag-necrose. No? So, pwedeng may mga parts ng skin na mangitim. Ganyan. So, may mga ganyan.
So, parang pag nagpapasa ba?
Parang ganyan, papasa. At the same time, pwede rin yung sabi nila, yung mga pag nalagyan ng fillers kasi yung loob ng ugat, no? Sa loob, it can cause some blindness, yung mga ganon. But it's very, very rare. And that's also one of the reasons why we need to aspirate first. O titingnan muna natin. But of course, all of that should be discussed with you because there's always kumbaga parang possible complication. Very rare naman, very rare. Sometimes there are occasions na kahit ginawa mo lahat, minsan may mga...
So, nasa
but it's very, very rare. It's very rare.
Yun. So, safe naman siya, guys, if you want to have non-surgical rhinoplasty. Yun. So, where they can find the doc, so you can promote your... And what else the procedure you're doing? Kasi known si doc nang mag-alis ng mga man boobs. Yeah. Doon siya nakilala talaga. Doon sa mga man boobs.
So, you can,
kung gusto nyo naman pamacho, guys.
Yung mga guys na gusto mong matanggal yung man boobs, o yung mga girls na gusto mong palaki ng breast.
Yeah.
So, pwede rin yun, no? Or
breast reduction ba pwede?
Pwede yung mga breast reduction. Sobrang laki ng breast, mabigat na, tapos pwede mong i-reduce.
Okay.
So, may kanya-kanyang ano yun. So, you can contact me at www.firmaloplasticsurgery.com. I'm also available in Facebook, in Messenger, Dr. Vice-Vicente Firmalo, MD. So, nasa ano din ako, Instagram, Dr. Vice Firmalo. And then, I'm also on TikTok.
Yes, TikToker
pero hindi naman ako sumasayaw-sayaw.
Yeah, kasi doon you can look for other information about yung mga sinabi ni Doc.
Right.
And you do liposuction din.
Yes, liposuction.
And tummy tuck and all. Ang dami, guys. Visit niyo yung Instagram page ni Doc. And I will include all of that in the description box so that you'll know na ito gusto ko ganyan. Right. So you can add na agad.
So ang maganda niyan, you really should do your research and then you should trust board certified plastic surgeons.
Yes.
And also talk to your doctor. Hindi pwede yung mga...
Wag si Dr. Google.
Gusto ko lang si Dr. Google. Saka yung maisipan ko lang, paggawa. Hindi, mas maganda you take your time. Do your research.
Yes.
Kasi these are potentially life-changing procedures. But you also have to be aware kung ano yung mga good and bad sides about every procedure.
Yes, yon. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. And yan, dito si Doc Vice. Yes, thank you so much, Doc. And after this video, siguro mga after ko ma-upload this, I will show you guys kasi we're doing the fillers procedure for you guys so you can check kung ano yung mga journey on having that fillers, yung mga ayaw magpa-surgical rhinoplasty. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my interview with Dr. Vicente Firmalo. Yes, my very good friend. He is a plastic surgeon and sobrang dami nating natutunan on this interview that we did with him. And sana kayo din may natutunan kayo and meron sana kayong idea kung ano yung mga pwede yung ipagawa in the near future. You know guys, wala namang masama if you want to enhance anything on your body, on your face, as long as it will give good to you guys. Hindi siya magiging harmful sa inyo, hindi kayo, alam niyo yun, I know na yung iba dyan na parang feel like not getting or doing something through this beauty enhancement, diba? Kasi nga, ayaw natin ma-judge, guys. But, it's you pa din yan, guys. You will be the one to decide on ano ang gusto niyo ipapagawa. And, syempre, at the end of the day, kayo naman yan, guys, eh. As long as it will add self-confidence, it will add something in you, diba? For good and for better. Go ahead, guys. That's about it, guys. If meron pa kayong questions, further questions for Dr. Vice, just leave your comments below para ma-address ko sa kanya yung mga question nyo. And don't forget to follow him on his social media accounts. I will link all his socials in the description box. So guys, I'll see you in my next video, but please do give me some loving by liking this video, and don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell below so that you'll be notified on my next video. See you again! Bye!